What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I am going to be doing an unboxing and reviewing of Playmates minifigures from Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, in this mini pack, we get the Apex Skullcrawler, Hellhawk, Warbat, and someone that was not in the film, but we are glad that we do finally got him, the Behemoth, and our two main stars for the movie, Godzilla and Kong. Now, right now, y'all don't, it's like not showing up as good as detail because of the clear plastic that is inside. But let's go and look at the box, shall we? Now, we have our warning right here, talking about the age group right here. Collectible figures. Hopefully I said that right. We have the Toho Legendary logo and Playmates. In the front, we got the clear package, so we can see all five. Yeah, all six. My bad. I don't know. I guess because Behemoth was not in the film, I almost forgot that about him. I don't know how I did that. And we got our main. If I push it back and raise the camera up, we got at the top Godzilla and Kong on their official names on the title. Alright, get the camera back where it was. And on the sides, we get just clear see-through on Warbat and Skullcrawler. Bottom, you just see the bottom of them. Top is the same way. Now on the back here, we have an amazing picture that we gotten on all the other boxes of Godzilla and Kong on the aircraft carrier for the ocean battle. We have Toho Legendary's logo, Playmates logo, and some legal mumbo jumbo right here. And on the top here, if you would like to read that, you can pause the video. I'll try and get it where y'all can see all the words. Alright. So let's go on and unbox the Titans. I got them out of their cardboard prison, and they look actually a whole lot better without the plastic covering them. But I'm going to save the Godzilla and Kong for last, and we're just going to go in the order that I listed. So let's go on. I'm going to move them back, and I'm going to tell you all about this one when I get to it. But first up, we have this Apex Skullcrawler. If the camera would focus. There it goes. Now this, as small as this figure is, it has fantastic detail on the ribs, the spinal cord right here, all the muscle fiber, and the folds in the tail just look fantastic. Even the lines for the teeth. Now, the one thing I'm confused about is why didn't they put a dot for his eye right here? If the camera can focus right where I'm pointing at, you can see the little spot where his actual eye is, instead the skull eye. And we all know that it's meant the full predators or the prey. The thinking that is the eye to attack, when the eye is actually this little dot right here. But other than that, I guess because they went on just did that just to fill in the spot because it's hollow. But my goodness, for a small figure like this having that, and I'm glad that they did take the red right here all the way down the tail. I am kind of confused and glad that they did add yellow on his back. I don't think, did he have yellow in the movie? Or was it just red and the gray skin? But other than that, we're going to move on to the next one. And we're going to do all the sizing after I'm done showing them. Next up, we have the Hellhawk. Now, the Hellhawk is a new monster that we got introduced to in the movie Godzilla vs. Kong. Give y'all that little bit of 360 look. Now, the cool thing about this is you can take it off the stand. And sometimes you can get it to stand up. Let's see if we can do it. There we go. So it doesn't really need to stand, but it's always good to keep it with it, so you don't lose it. But yeah, I do like the sculpt. I like how they got the wings up, like it's terrifying the humans of the humans or the soldiers in in Kong's kingdom or his ancestor home. But I do enjoy this figure, and I do like the back. Well, the thing fell off, but that's okay. I'm messing with it. But the detail in the back plates is kind of awesome and cool at the same time. Now, when you look at face forwards, it does not look like the same bird face, but when you turn sideways, you get more of that beak look, and you can see more of it. As at first, when I looked at this, I couldn't tell if this was the Hellhawk or was this supposed to be something else. But for the size that this is, and there was concept art, I believe, in the art book of the movie Godzilla vs. Kong art book, they showed a picture of, or concept art of, the Hellhawk of a giant version chasing after the heaves. So this could be what that was supposed to have been, because I think they wanted that to be in the movie for Kong to have something to fight, but they took it out. But we're going to move on to the next one, and that is the Warbat. Now, like I said, I had something to say about this, and when I opened this guy up, and that's why the footage cut right there, when I was trying to get him to stand up and he kept falling over, is because the piece, well, I was going to take this piece off anyways. Go and put that there. But right back here where the seam is, was broke on mine. So I had to super glue it back together, so now it is on here. But yeah, this is why it was falling forwards and back. I thought that it was a rotation piece, like it was going to be the only one that moves. But find out it was just a joint, or the little plug that's in here was broke. So if you get yours, don't worry. If it does that, just get some super glue. Put a little bit of super glue there, stick it on there, hold it for about a few seconds, and there you go. But I do like this figure a little bit more than I do the 6-inch version, and there's one reason why, and that is right here on the underbelly. Do you see that? Right here, the ridges right here for the coils for the underbelly of the flying serpent. I am so glad they went with that extra mile to do that little bit of detail right there. Because if you do have the 6-inch version of the Warbat, you would know that it's just like the upper part of the body, and it's just flat all the way across. I mean, all the way down, without this little bit of detail. But also it has the hooks right here on the sides of the wings. But I'll get into that when we get into the sizing. So we're going to move on to the next monster. And that is one that was not in the film, but I am so glad that they included this. And that is the Behemoth. Now, the Behemoth is in Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019. So I am glad we finally do. Then this is actually our first genuine figure of Behemoth. And I know I keep tapping his head, as it's a good Behemoth. I don't know why I said that. I was just doing it. Oh well. Now I do like the design. I like how they did add the vines on his tusks coming down. As you can see right here, these little bumps on his tusks is actually the vines or vegetation that was growing on them while he was in his deep slumber. We get his back plates. But I would have been neat if these could have had like movable legs and arms. But I wonder, is this a prototype of Playmates of doing their own 6-inch figure of Behemoth? And this is like a little teaser showing the future of the Playmates going to do this. I know we're going to get a King Ghidorah figure from Playmates. So I wonder, will we get Behemoth and other Titans? I hope so. But I mean, this figure is just so beautiful with the hair detail, the claws, and his little elephant feet. Now, I do have a theory on Behemoth, and I will talk about that in another video, claiming about what Behemoth really is. But I don't want no one getting upset at me right now, because this is for these figures and not for that right now. I'm just throwing that out there, that one day there will be talking about what Behemoth truly is. But we're going to move on because I'm getting a little long in the video. And we still got 2 more Titans in sizing to go. So next up, we're going to save the big guy for last, and we're going to go with the Kong, the mighty ape Titan. Now, Kong has amazing details, amazing design that they went with, because all this is a shrunken down version of the Kong figure with battle axe, where he's on open mouth roaring. So will we get a mini version with the closed mouth or no? I guess we'll have to wait and see what they do. But Behemoth, not Behemoth, Kong is basically dark brown figure with darker chest, light brown for the scars, red and white for the teeth, and little orange eyes. I don't know how good the camera can catch that. I'll try and zoom in if I can for y'all to see, but it does have orange eyes and a little dot for the pupil. Almost had it. Oh, but come on out of that. But yeah, it would have been neat if it would came with the axe. But like I said, I think some of these figures, they thought they were going to do like movable arms and legs, but I think they decided not to. Oh, camera lost focus for a second there. Got his monkey bonds right there. But yeah, he does look great. Get the ab look going on. Now we're going to move on to our last and finally the King of the Titans, Godzilla. Now, like I said with Kong, these are just miniatures of the 6-inch figures, and this has that same grayish blue. With the light above me, it just makes it look a lot more blue, but it's a grayish blue with sky blue or pool blue on the back plates and for the eyes. Now, this is what threw me off, is right here on his on his head. As you can see right here where they did the paint right here for the teeth, they went a little bit overboard on this side, and it makes it look like he has a duckbill or a beak right here, don't it? I don't know if mine's the only one that has that, the little beak look, but when you go on this side, the teeth are right where it should be, right here. But that could have been because these are minifigures, and I know how hard it is to do paint jobs on minifigures, because that is mostly what I mess with, is the mini ones. But I mean, it's just a neat thing to think of Godzilla with a beak or duckbill. But yeah, these do have amazing detail, and while I'm zoomed in like this, I'm going to come back to the other Titans for y'all to see a little bit more close-ups of them. So like I said, the skullcrawler with its the ribs, the back plates right here. I mean, not back plates, but the spine. And you can see where the eye is right here, where that little ball is one eye. But you can see the other one a lot better. And that's right there above my nail, my fingernail. The teeth, everything on these figures, how small these are. And they still got the great detail on them. Now here you go. If you turn the Hellhawk sideways, you can see the beak right here going. More of a bird than looking at face forward. It looks like an old, sad, mad person. Don't it? Y'all can laugh. It looks like a old Dracula type with the head crest. But that's just me messing around with this. But I mean, yes, I know this is a bird. And now we can get, y'all can see a little bit more closer up to, like I was talking about, the coils. I think this is what that's called, the plate under the stomach is the coils. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I'm a little tongue-tied right now, I'm sorry. But yeah, the only thing we did not get with this figure is the fangs right here at the bottom. So I guess it's like we could have the bottom coils right here, or we could have had the fangs. So I'm glad we did get the coils like in the movie. This is more movie accurate than the other one because of the stomach. Pull up Behemoth one more time. You get his little trunk. Going down, look at that. That trunk goes all the way down. Is there a mouth under there too? Might be. We just don't see it because of the big trunk, his little trunk right here. Little elephant ears or mammoth ears. Giant claws. Big elephant toes. Just a beautiful figure and monster all together. And since I'm doing all of them anyways, we're going to bring Kong back so you can see his little ear. I wondered, can you spot? No, I was kind of thinking, could you see the little cutout on his left ear? But like I said, you got his abs, his muscle detail. Looking like a strongman or a bodybuilder. And that's basically what this Kong actually looks like, is one of those. Alright, I'm back out. And we're going to get into some sizing. Move that on back there. First up, we're going to do the skullcrawler. And what I have the size with the skullcrawler is my custom Ramorak / the big one. And I was kind of close with the design. I had mine in like a pounce, like he's ready to pounce. But I mean, its size is pretty good with this. Because one thing they did not add on here is the camera focus on him. Okay, it's not focusing right now, but the shoulder spike. All's right here is just the elbow. No elbow spike coming out, showing that this is a larger figure. What I mean by that is like right here, how I have the spike right here for Ramorak, or the little fin tail. But this one looks more like what you would have in the Boneyard, or what Kong fought in Kong Skull Island before fighting Ramorak, was the juvenile skullcrawlers. But I mean, that's easy to fix by just adding a little spike right there. But for what this is right now, it looks more like it's a hatchling that the Apex had because they had the skullcrawler eggs. So you could, if you have a couple of these. Okay, now I got the camera to focus. And like I was going to say was, if you had a couple of these, you could have them as juveniles that Kong would fight, or like anything, really. But yeah, great detail. Sizing with my custom right here, it makes it a little bit smaller. But this was just a fun sizing right here. I do not currently have the big one with me. I'm sorry. But once I'm able to get to that, I will probably show that off if I do like repaintings on these. But that stuff will have to wait until I'm back home. So I'm sorry about that. So next we're going to okay, the best thing I could say that if you have the giant or mega Kong, the from Godzilla vs. Kong, this would size perfectly, because this is not a full giant Titan. This is just like the maybe 10-15 feet. So it would work great with those. I do not have those, I'm sorry. The only thing I can size this up with is Godzilla right here, but sizing this up with this Godzilla would put it about, I want to say, about as tall as Kong, really. Because Kong came up to his shoulder in the movie, so if this is right, or a little bit shorter than that, so about 320. 320, 325 in height. Or 330. Or if you want to just get this. No, I can't pull that out yet. I'm sorry. Forget you saw that. Forget you saw that. Alright, we're going to move on. Move you back. Warbat. Now, Warbat is going to be the first one to get sized with its counterpart, the 6-inch figure. Now I gotta let me move the camera up some. Now, as you can see, like I was talking about the coral right here. Move the neck piece right here. Look, the whole figure is nothing but a smooth, leather looking snake or serpent all the way around. That's the one thing that threw me off from this figure. That and the little spiral thing right here threw me away. But I have something that I'm going to do with Warbat. It's just going to take a while. So if y'all wonder why I never did a repaint or custom, that's coming sometime in the near future or middle way future. But if you wanted to, if you had these, you could have this as a infant skullcrawler, Warbat, as a baby, and this could be the parent or a rival Warbat coming to, you get the idea. But we're gonna move that on out the way. Next is Behemoth, and I need to move the camera back down. Now, Behemoth, I will be sizing with is my custom Behemoth I have done to see how close this comes to an actual Behemoth, and then size. Now, grant the custom right here was made for another Godzilla that will be coming up soon. I thought I was going to sneeze, I'm sorry. But they are about the same size and like height from, well, not really, because I gave this one a longer neck. And also I left his little bowl cut on his head. But I still think I did a good job on Behemoth so far. But this was the only thing that I had to size him up with. Now, Behemoth and the the Hellhawk will be sized again here in a minute. Now we're going to move on to Kong. Now Kong has a couple to size with, and first up I am going to size him up with custom Camazots that I did. Now if you want to know how to make your own figures that are being shown on this video and you have not checked them out yet, go check them out, because each one of these have their own videos on how to make them. Now if you have this Kong, this actually sizes great with Camazots from the comic book Kingdom of Kong, or Kingdom Kong. Well, I meant to turn him over like this, so if you want to have him grab onto Kong's arm with his tail, pick him up from his shoulders like this. That's what I mean. These two actually do size great together. Now, for the next sizing will be with the 6-inch Kong. Gotta move the camera back up. Now this is the closed mouth version, because this was the one I could grab and I had with me at the time. But they are both the same size figure, just one's open mouth and one's closed. But they are basically the same figures, just this one is bigger and has movability. Now, if you do get this pack and you have this Kong, or this Kong right here, you could actually have them side by side like this, because Kong, Skull Island, Kong, Godzilla versus Kong. Because this is about the height, because he is basically slightly 3 times bigger than this one. So if you take this Kong right here, okay, he's right here, stand him up here, and then stand him up right here, that is about three of these equals this height. So you could actually do that, and I'm just saying that if you doing like different sizes or something, or like this could be Kong's because I know a couple of y'all have asked me to do like Kong's parents and everything, so if you wanted to, you could do that like this, like Kong with his father or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there for y'all. But we're gonna move you out the way. Well, hang on. This, like I said, Camazot was gonna be pulled back out. I mean, not Camazot. The Hellhawk. My bad. Move you back here. Now, you could say that this could fit in for a larger Hellhawk that was in the cave, but about like what you would see, because Kong grabbed the heave and it did not really fit all the way in his hand, but he had like the top part here and the bottom part like in his on his between his middle and ring finger. So if you had the heave, this right here would be about accurate. I just thought about that. So Kong could have been fighting a large Hellhawk, or this could have been like a smaller one too, one about his size. That would have been something to see. But I guess because we had Camazots fight Kong, it was a bat-like creature, and this is a bat-like creature, they weren't going to do that, I guess. Missed opportunity. Hopefully we get something like that in the next movie. Godzilla vs. Kong 2. The sequel. I don't know why I did that. I guess I'm just having a fun time right now. Okay, it's not going back on the stand. Now we're going to move on to the last one. And what I have the size with Godzilla is Godzilla himself. Move the camera back to focus. Now these are two different toy companies. You got Playmates and Jack Pacific, I believe. And this is what the Behemoth, my custom Behemoth was made for, was right here, because that is about the right size. but as you can see, Behemoth dwarfs this Godzilla. But we're not going to talk about that. But we are going to say right here, like I said, Behemoth was going to be sized again. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll pull him back. And no, this does not work good in scale because Behemoth stands right about here. Because one, Behemoth is actually larger or taller than Kong by 20 some feet, or about 20 feet. So yeah, he would stand about neck height right here, or something close to that, right about here. So if he stood all the way up, he would be about as tall as Godzilla or taller. So yeah. But now we're going to move on to the next sizing, and that is going to be the 6-inch version. So we're going to move you over some. Stand the camera up hopefully one more time. Move it back some. Now, like I said, these figures right here are just the same as this. Now, this was a repaint. That is why the colors do not match. I repainted my Godzilla. So if you want to repaint yours or your mini one, go check out that video after this one. But yeah, these are just basically the same figures, just mini size. So you could have, if you do get this pack, you're basically getting babies. Baby figures. Because this would probably be about the size of Godzilla. Now you could say this could be Godzilla right here. And then his parents fought Ghidorah, and that is why he had the hatred towards Ghidorah, because Ghidorah took out his parents, or Ghidorah took out his family. I don't know. Just like the Kongs, Godzilla does not like the Kongs that much, but he had the agreement or something with Kong that fixed it, somehow fixed it, or they went different ways, and we're going to see them collide again. Hopefully we do not get, I do enjoy the movie, but there was a lot of loopholes. Hopefully we do not get that many this time. I'm sorry to say that, but yes, the movie had a lot of loopholes on the Hollow Earth, some other stuff, and we're not going to get into that in this video. So what I'm going to do is move you on out the way. And the last and final sizing, and this will go towards all the monsters right here. I'm not going to worry about the stand. If I can get him to stand up. That's right, fall. Now I'm just putting them in place, but the last and final sizing that I am going to be doing is with Ghidorah. And Ghidorah looks like it does actually size. Well, I don't really know, because in different shots, well, I knocked everybody over, but some of these probably do work great with Ghidorah, and some of them probably do not. Now Godzilla, I know that this is just like this Godzilla right here, but yeah, this does not size good whatsoever, because if Ghidorah stood up, if I can get him, no, never mind. No, he already is standing up. It's just the wings. I have my folded version with me instead of the open wings. And this one I actually did custom make the tail so the wings could not be changed. So give me a second to fix that. So because the thing is supposed to stand up about right here or so. There we go. So yeah, I don't know, because in the movie you do get a scene where Ghidorah is roaring and Godzilla's roaring, and he's at his chest height. But when he's fully standing up, most times you see the monster on his wings. So, but yeah, that was just a fun little sizing. But back to this sizing, if you wanted to, you could go through the stages of Godzilla. baby, juvenile, adult. Showing, but one thing is he did not have these plates around this time, so yeah, that would be cool to see, but no, he didn't have the plates like these. But yeah, like I said, all these figures do have their own videos. If you want to know how to repaint or custom make your own, go check them out after this video if you have the time. I'm going to set them back up. Back in their little order that they came in. But yeah, I'm going to go and call the video here. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see everybody next time.